I didn't get my 25% stock certificate issued until I finished a little trademark lawsuit that I was in with a company called UGHS, which I knew I was going to win anyway. So we moved all the inventory up to Anaheim, and then I went out on the road after a week of getting organized, and I went down Beach Boulevard to Huntington Surf and Sport. And my buddy Dave down there, as soon as I walked in the door, he says, "Hey, Brian, I heard you sold the company." I went, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I called an order in this morning. They said you don't own the company anymore." I drove from Huntington Beach straight back to San Diego, and I
Mm.
pulled out the contract and I read it. I
Oof.
don't own the company anymore. And I just went into this horrendous depression, and I didn't speak to anybody outside of my wife for like 3 or 4 days. The next morning I got up and I'm thinking, "Okay, well, what can I sell?" And that's when the goosebumps hit, and I called up the guys at Anaheim. I said, "Look, I may never own this company, but I wanna come back and I wanna be the salesman. One thing I ask is you don't ever tell anybody I sold the company." And so we made that deal, and it worked out. The next month, I went back out on the road, and I got back to the warehouse, and Neil handed me an envelope for $5,000. He says, "That's your commissions for the month." It's the first time I ever pulled any money out of the business. It turned out to be such a blessing because I was making so much money and free as a bird. I was using my own schedule, my own timing, and it turned out to be the best 3 years of my life.